All right, Daniel, let's try this again.
One Way Out.
One Way Out, episode 53.
So you were saying, dude, like we came up with that One Way Out kind of
during COVID, yeah.
Where it was the only way out, right?
Just everything was pointing that fucking direction, dude. And then like now, ever since then, I'm like, then I was just like, we kind of said it as a joke, but now it's like, dance. There's only one way out, dude. There's fucking one way out.
The psyops they're running, the blatant propaganda they're running.
It's not even good anymore.
No. I've seen it like 10,000 times at this point since, living through 9/11 all the way to current day.
Yeah, at least 9/11, they were like, I mean, they did throw some passports on the ground. That was kind of ridiculous. And
yes, none of the plane could survive, but the passport that just pointed to exactly who we wanted to somehow miraculously got found.
Not even a burn mark on it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. someone took a fucking lighter to it. I know, dude, and like, we all got people that we love that, they just can't see it. It's the boomer QAnon.
Trust the plan, Dan.
Trust the plan. The walls are closing in. Like,
oh yeah, they're gonna bring down this whole system, and then for some reason,
the system is going to bring down the system.
The system, and they think the system is Barack Obama for some reason. I don't know why. Like, if you think the U.S. president is at the top of this fucking hierarchy, you are.
Dude, just watch Trump right now.
Yeah,
watch Trump right now. It's obvious if he's make America great, America first, all this whatnot. You're seeing him make decisions that are blatantly not America first.
No.
Right?
No.
A lot of people say it's Israel first. Sure. Right? I pointed towards like the New World Order, their whole entire strategy. They wrote papers on this. Was basically to isolate Russia, right? And through the EU and then Israel, their forward operating base in the Middle East, right? You cut off the oil supply and then you destroy Russia's economy by not having Europe or anyone take any of their oil. And then China is George Bush Sr.'s baby.
Yeah.
Right. That was supposed to be in our back pocket, but they pulled essentially like a Hitler move where Hitler was funded by the New World Order, the Rothschilds and whatnot until he flipped on them. There was Nazi coins. We said this 95 times. They were in partnership with the Zionists.
Yeah.
All the way up until he flipped the script on them. And China's done the same thing to us, where essentially they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing
well, it turns out, like, if you go through the history, when those bankers fucking, like,
Deutsche Bank, I believe it was.
We'll set you up. You do all this stuff and it'll be great for you. It'll be great for us. It's great. And the first time, like, they come to you and they're like, we need you to sacrifice a big portion of your fucking culture and
population.
And then the real leaders are like, hey, thanks for those coins, but fuck you. Yeah.
Not happening.
It's our shit now.
And all of a sudden you start getting assassinations.
Yeah, and then it goes off the rails.
Color revolutions. And,
sure. Yeah. And that's what pretty much all the 20th and 21st century was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now we're in the mass migration portion of warfare, right? Where they're just moving.
The Great Replacement. Which was a conspiracy for a long time until the fucking UN
did a paper, literally,
called the Great Replacement Theory, where literally they're fucking moving, let's say, I forget how they word it, but it's under basically less fortunate people into first world countries, for humanitarian reasons. Obviously.
Well, now they claim birth rate that they need the workers, which is crazy especially with like AI and whatnot on the horizon. But like, if you're a leader of a country, and I would love to see the numbers too, I got to dig. I'm sure I can find them in dig form. But if you're a leader of a country and your country can't sustain like its population where like, oh, you're only having they do it by women, right? They do the calculation of people.
1.6 is what the U.S. is at.
U.S. is at, right?
2 would be replacement,
right? So I think they say you need something like it's like 2.7 for growth or whatnot. If you can't bare minimum hit 2, there's you got to fucking go, right? Like that means you've set your society up to collapse. Yeah. Your society is collapsed. And if you look at this Great Replacement shit, and I guarantee you, if you whack out all the fucking people that we're bringing in here from Africa, Central America, South America, in Europe, Africa, the Middle East, whatnot, if you whack out that population because they're still reproducing because they've just got into the society.
Sure.
And you just look, I guarantee that 1.6 is even lower.
Oh, wait, well, so
if you just take like native born Americans, like, second, third generation native born Americans, how many kids they're having and whatnot, it's probably even lower. So that means your society is at like a biblical collapse.
No one's ever came back from 1.6. No one historically has come back from 1.6. 1.9 has been rebounded, but it's very rare. Happened in France, happened in a couple other places where they were to bring it back where it's just below replacement. But we're at 1.6 historically. No one's come back from that. Canada's at 1.3.
Right.
North Korea is probably fine. South Korea is, I think they have the lowest.
Yeah.
And that's civilization collapse because unless you can replace those people, like you're saying with the fucking, either it's robots or it's going to be migrants. And right now it seems lately they chose the migrants, but the robots are coming too. And then, so now you're going to have a giant.
But dude, I guarantee you when you see the line of like when they started adding in the migrants, like the great replacement, I guarantee the Hart-Celler Act, which is what opened up the U.S. immigration system. I guarantee you look at that. And how many people were having, our number went from like 2.7 to off a cliff.
Yeah.
Right. The migrants didn't help the native population gain money. Like we can go through all the economic stats and look through what the United States, the millennial generation is way financially way more strapped than Gen Z and Gen Alpha are completely fucked if you continue out the metrics. And then the number of and when you do financial, you can't afford a house to have a kid and a family and what this, that, the other thing. I guarantee you the great replacement has helped drop that number.
Yeah.
Depopulation.
So just there's a couple easy, simple arguments even boomers can get, right? If these people were so great, they're such an economic boon, why didn't they do that in their countries? Okay, well, you can make some excuses. They're super oppressive. They don't have the resources, blah, blah, blah.
Well, they got the resources. I think a lot of it is
know-how. There's IQ distribution too.
There's IQ, right? But I think, dude, when you're getting bombed, the fuck.
Sure.
Iraq wasn't a problem. Like, you didn't have all these people, like, we didn't have millions of Iraqi refugees. No. We didn't have millions of Syrian refugees until we started launching Operation Timber Sycamore.
Correct. Destabilizing
it, right?
So, but here's the other thing for you boomers. If let's say all these Syrians, Iraqis, Venezuelans, Africans, whatever, if they're such a boon to your economy, how come China's not scooping them up? Why is China not scooping these people? It would be their birth rate's fucked up just as bad as ours. How come they're not just pulling all these people in? You know what I mean? Like, just think about it. Why wouldn't they be doing this? Because they're aware of all these fucking problems. They know that a Chinese person, like, say what you want about their government, but they know they're nationalistic. They know that Chinese people are just not interchangeable. You can't just like swap out,
right.
Hey, we're going to be short fucking 500 million Chinese people. Let's just bring in all these people from everywhere else. They know that would do so much fucking damage.
Right.
But over here, we're a melting pot, right? And the melting pot idea necessarily is built into the cake that people are just units.
Who started that?
What, the melting pot?
The melting pot.
Was he Jewish?
Nation is it was an organization. Nation of Immigrants in 1950s. ADL.
I'm familiar with the ADL.
Yeah, that's who started that entire.
All roads, Dan.
Yeah.
So the birth rate's a real fucking problem that I think more people aren't talking about. I don't know why, but that's like civilization. We're already past 1.9 is like, you guys are fucked. 1.6 where we're at, that's like, what are we even fucking still doing? I don't even know what we're still doing. Going through the motions, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I feel like you could rebound it. I think like the historical numbers when you're looking at it, especially with like modern medicine, and I'm not even talking like the vaccines and all that shit. I'm just talking like the ability for like trauma medicine.
Nobody's doing that though. There's no incentive, or no one's even hinting that they're trying to fix that problem.
No. There's only like Hungary. Like some of the Eastern Bloc countries are doing it.
Sweden too. They like taxes. Like you don't pay taxes, right. Or you get a loan if you have a kid.
You say this all the time. It's like taxes, right? If you want to de-incentivize something, tax it, right? Yeah. They've pretty much, and it's I think in Hungary is like if you have like 3 kids, you don't pay taxes at all, right?
If you wanted more kids, that's what you would do.
I was going off on X because Trump in his absolute brilliancy. was tweeting like no property tax for senior citizens, and I was like, absolutely not for the boomer generation.
Yeah, because then you'll get more of them. Fuck that.
I was like, well, no, like it's like you're handing out. I was like, how about you hand this out to the primary residents,
sure.
With kids, people with 2 dependents, primary residents.
Yeah.
Right. You have 2 dependents in your house, primary residents, no property tax.
Yeah.
Something along that line, because like encourage people to have kids.
Yeah.
You have to do something to encourage people to have, or at least the bare minimum. The government just got to get the fuck out of the way. And currently their entire system set up makes it so cost prohibitive to have a family and have children.
Yeah.
Right. The entire system, your society, as you as leaders have set up, is a failure. At 1.6, you are an abysmal fucking failure.
And you're failing.
Yeah.
And it's not like people don't want to have kids. I mean, we could talk about women because they're...
Well, that's part of the...
More and more. Yeah, that's all part of the
The family law, right? Family law, right?
Sure.
Right? That's a
divorce rape.
Divorce rape, all that shit, right? You look right down that rabbit hole and you have your laws set up where they got rid of that completely in China.
It's probably going to be good for them.
For them, yeah.
Well, we didn't get rid of it here.
No, yeah.
Everything is decentivizing people to breed. Everything. I mean, it's so goddamn expensive. I still think it's morally correct because, I mean, if there is a biological reason for us to exist, every organism exists to procreate, to further its genetic line into the future.
Right. The idea is like, okay, you built something and then you pass it, and the boomers completely fucking threw this out the window. Like you can see like boomers being like, I ain't helping my kids, and then it's like, enjoy the nursing home, pops.
Yeah, but that's exactly right, dude. Like in our society, like go to a hospice house and you'll see all these old people. They'll be like, oh, I have fucking 4 kids and blah, blah. They'll tell you about their kids, their grandkids. And then you notice none of them come to see you.
Yeah.
Probably because you fucking dropped them off in daycare their entire childhood. They don't have that bond with you.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
Right. But the idea is like, okay, you build your life and your legacy, and you kind of like hand it off as like a step stool to your kids. You know what I'm saying? So that they can do bigger and better and greater things. Sure. And if you look at these super powerful, rich families, they all do that, right?
Correct.
But then the way they've set up the tax code, all the shit in society for the peasants, they don't want that, right? Yeah. It doesn't society to, they're trying to fucking.
And it's not like I blame that generation exactly for that part because
I blame them.
Because they could have done the right thing. It just would have been real hard. Mm. But the economic incentive is you need to have a job, and as a man, and your wife needs to have a job as a woman to survive. So who's going to raise the kids? Well, the state's like, we'll take them. Put them in school. We'll take them for 8 hours. You know.
But even then, dude, like you had to go and like let the schools become the shit that they became, right?
Yeah, that was always the
indoctrination center.
That was the purpose of it,
right? And really, the economy didn't really get like super shitty. Like this economy that like people don't realize, like early 2000s, 90s, all the way up until 2008. This is not the United States economy, even like for a portion of even my adult life. Even with like 2008 beforehand, it still sucked to find a job, like a little bit, like you had to do, but you're not doing like they're looking at like LinkedIn or they're doing job surveys for Gen Z people coming straight out of college, and they're looking 5 to 7 months for a job. That wasn't the case in the early 2000s, right? Even like you'd be like, oh shit, like I had an interview, I didn't get it, or it's tough to find a job a couple of fucking months. Now you're looking like, and I'm sure that number's even higher. It's just, that's what they got fucking reported is 5 to 7 months, which is crazy. Gen Z is totally getting the chorizo, like straight, like the worst ever. And it's like, we have to fucking reverse this, like somehow, somewhere.
And they're like, who's radicalizing all these kids?
Well,
it's like you're fucking stealing from them. You've you saddled them with all kinds of debt when they were babies. Like they're responsible for this $37 trillion of debt that the country has. When they come of age, it'll be much higher. That has to be paid. That bill's going to have to be paid. We'll all be dead.
Well, dude, we're paying it now. Like, dude, just in the last 5 years with the COVID spending, the Green New scam, this most recent, the Big Beautiful Bill, they've taken 25% of your net worth in the last 5 years.
And you don't see it because you still have the numbers in the bank account. They're just worth a quarter less.
What they were, yeah. Your dollars that was worth literally, if your dollar is worth $1 in 2000, it's now only worth 75 cents. Every dollar you have, if you stuck it in a savings account and you made, So you made a high yield savings account and you were making 4% a year. You're not even close to what
inflation is the tax. People don't
a permanent tax.
They still don't. Yeah. Definitely carries on. There's no reason. We all just take it as a given. Oh, that things get expensive because, as time goes on, things get more expensive. That was not always the case. In the Industrial Revolution before that, like it was expensive to get goods because the manufacturing wasn't there. And then when the manufacturing came there, like if you're talking late 1800s, your grandma would be like, oh, this used to cost me this much to get this. And now I can buy a loaf of bread for a nickel, and then from then on, you start
the creation of the Federal Reserve.
Well, 1913, you get the fucking creation of the Federal Reserve, and they just start fucking central planning the economy. And then now every fucking few years, inflation all the way up. And then that's just something that I think the boomer generation, they're never going to learn that lesson. But I think the Zoomers are learning it, not because they want to.
Zoomers are living it.
Yeah. It's because they have to. Yeah. They have to. They have to be like, well, I'm fucking 25. I'm supposed to be starting my life. You know what the average age of a home buyer, first time home buyer is now?
58 or some shit.
No, it's not that high. So in 1980, it was 30.
Yeah.
So now in 2024 or 2023 is the last numbers we have for this. It's 39. So that's fucking. Yeah. That's a big difference between 30 to 39. That's a big difference.
Chicks ain't having kids.
No. Well,
yeah. Dude, you're 39. You're knocking on the door of menopause, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have the whole long time of having kids.
Yeah. So if we go down that rabbit hole, I mean, with the women,
which you're having, yeah. And then you got the whole entire feminism. They're only going after, we'll say conservatively, and this is even worse. We'll say, I'll be nice and say they're only going after the top 10% of dudes, which historically it was like 40% of men reproduced and 80 to 90% of women reproduced. So now you have this entire generation of dudes that are not getting laid. They're in their house or in their parents' house, living in their parents' house. They're doing bullshit jobs, which don't mean nothing. They don't have any kids. They've got nothing to fucking lose.
And that's how empires fall, guys. Yep. They fall from the young men not having mates, not having because that's what civilizes men. Responsibility civilizes men. Young men today, your 20-year-olds, what responsibilities do they have when they like you were saying, they have a degree, they're saddled all this debt to get this
debt slavery, another way of fucking
to get this bullshit degree they were told they needed to have. And now even with that degree, if it's not useless, it's still super difficult to find a job. And if they do find a job, it doesn't pay them the wage they need to do the things that are
need to do.
Yeah. Which is like buy a house, buy a car, be able to support a woman, be able to support children. You know what I mean? Like save some money, invest, they can't do it. They can't fucking do it, dude.
No, dude, you run the number, you look at the numbers, dude. $100,000 is now $100,000 a year job is the new $50,000 a year job.
And the boomers are saying, well, it's because they're irresponsible.
Yeah. That is the avocado toast.
Yeah, it's their Starbucks drinks. No, you are fucking a Starbucks drink used to cost fucking $4. Now it's double. It's $8. That's not the fucking Gen Z's fault. That's actually your fault, boomers.
There's a great guy on Instagram. I forget his name, but he breaks down the mathematical of everything where it's like, yeah, you could skimp on this and save up and put a down payment on a house or your luxury expenses or whatnot. Yeah. He's like, yeah, no, these aren't luxury. Like coffee is not a luxury expense.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Your $5 is what's $5. Even if it's a day, that's not what's making you broke. It's the $6 trillion they printed in 2020.
You can't go to a gas station and pick up $5. Like I go to the gas station and I'll get a couple of energy drinks and 2 protein bars, and it's like $12.
Yeah.
2 protein bars and 2 energy drinks, $12.
Yeah.
Right. That's no food or anything like that. That's just $12.
Yeah. Those are luxuries, Dan.
Luxury,
Yeah. And then their response is that, oh, when I was their age, I did this. It's like, because that world doesn't exist anymore. That's just gone. You guys already spent that. You spent it away. Yeah. You didn't stand up when you should have stood up. And then you just allow these assholes to keep fucking printing money, to keep fucking
funding bullshit wars,
wars.
Right now we're paying for, if you get to England and you're Ukrainian, not the British government, the United States government is giving Ukrainians $700 a month to live in England.
Yeah.
Right. So we're paying for refugees in other countries that aren't even here. Shout out to Willie on that one. He also hooked me up with he just got back from Eastern Europe, a Yugoslavian Zyn.
How was that?
Oh my God, dude. It's kind of ruined me on regular Zyns now.
Oh, yeah. One of those 50 milligrams?
It was like 30 something.
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, they're destroyed wild over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to do jujitsu with this there. I'm like, dude, I'm dying right now.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Locked In? Well, this is locked up forever. Like he's just fucking... Yeah, 30.
Yeah. To quote Theo Von, I'm like a Bluetooth router or like a Wi-Fi.
Turn me into a goddamn owl.
Yeah,
yeah. It's fucking. I don't know, man. It's looking. I mean, when you look at the younger generation, if you don't have boomer brain, I feel fucking bad for them. It's bad for us. Like the millennials are not faring much better. You know, they just got the tail end of the benefits from all the fucking liquidity they were fucking dumping into the economy.
Yep.
But the Gen Z's getting zero of that. And they're getting...
No, the break of the new 2008 all over again was 2020. So if you were a millennial and you were able to get your shit together between 2010 to 2020 before COVID and all that, get a house and all that shit. And you kind of like, all right, I'm okay. It sounded like someone right there, by the way.
I know.
After that, dude, it's like,
yeah, there's no chance.
Yeah,
there's no chance.
Hey, this house is $400,000 at 7% interest. You'll have to pay $3,000 a month.
Yeah,
I make $3,000 a month, sir.
And it's like, oh, it's because they don't know how to use credit cards. They're not getting credit cards, guys. They can't qualify. You know what they're getting? They're fucking using these buy now, pay later things, which are not regulated by the government or anything. Like they're just Clara, Affirm.
Did you see when they did? There was great memes out there. There was like, there's a burrito bubble, there's a Chipotle bubble because they were buying, like Chipotle, like DoorDash on Clara.
Oh my God!
And then the terms were like 6 months, pay nothing, and then 6 months came up and no one paid anything.
Yeah.
And they were like, who would have thought there would have been a bubble on
fucking Chipotle?
On Chipotle.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When young people are fucking buying pizza, on fucking, not credit. Yeah. Essentially credit. Like
they did that with Burning Man or whatever the fucking, the big festival in California is. What is that one?
Yeah. Burning Man.
What's the other one?
There's Coachella.
There you go.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good sign, not a good signal. And it's just not because people are irresponsible. It's because they can't fucking survive any other way, And if your explanation is they're irresponsible, you're failing to see the full picture. And even if they were irresponsible,
the fact that you generated an entire generation.
Correct. Whose fault is that? Yeah. Whose fault is that? You don't blame the kids, right? When you see a shitty kid, you don't blame the kid. You blame the fucking parent. Well, Gen Z are the fucking... Just saying, like the boomers, I don't know, man. They fucked up every generation below us.
Gen Z would be like you started having kids around 2000, right? Because millennial goes up to 2000. So anytime after 2000 would be a Gen Z. So that would be like Gen X, probably, like especially with like the birth rate, like 30 years old would be like 70s, maybe some older boomers.
I think boomers it cuts off at like 64.
Yeah, it'd be Gen X, but the Gen X came up with they didn't have the financial collapse and all that shit till so.
It's a fucking mess, dude. And so the birth rates, the culture, the immigration, the one way out, dude. There's fucking one way out. The
system is shown it's not going to fix it.
No, the system has no interest. No. Nobody, no. When's the last time, what me and Dan just talked about, when's the last time you heard a fucking powerful politician speak like this at all? At all. Other than maybe what's coming up now are these fucking commies. These commies are coming out and
that's how they're winning.
That's how they're winning because they're actually talking about real fucking problems.
And then the right wing is like, they don't know the horrors of communism. I was like, no, they know the horrors of
crony capitalism.
And you've basically like, capitalism is vastly superior to communism, but we haven't had capitalism. And you've been saying it's capitalism to these people and just dicking them in the face for their entire life.
Yeah.
So that's how you get don't mess with the Zohan in New York City.
Mamdani. Good fashioned Nebraska name.
That's how you get people like that, dude. That's how it happens, right? And then also importing 40% of New York City is foreign born. So there you go.
Yeah.
You put those two combos together. Like, how are we becoming communists?
That's what I'm saying. If you're not aware of the shit, you're going to be blindsided. You're getting, this next generation is going to blindside you. You're not going to see any of this coming.
Yeah, dude. You have the Gen Z, like Trump. Okay, this is a good segue into the Epstein bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But so Trump is losing massive support amongst the younger males. Gen Z young males plummeted, absolute just nosedive, right? Since the Epstein shit. And people are like, oh, they're going to go to the Democrats. They ain't going to the Democrats, buddy, dude. No. Like those people are not, like, they're the most extreme right-wing people that you've ever met in your life.
Yeah. Generation Z is actually Generation Zyklon.
Yeah, dude. It's the most, extreme right-wing people you ever seen in your life. You're not getting, like, some boomer was like, they're not showing up to our Republican meeting. So, and I'm like, bro, dude,
they're checking out of the system.
You guys would throw them all out of their Republican meetings. Like they would, like, and that's the hardcore right. And then on the other side, you've got, and you see them more on TV, the hardcore leftists, you know, your ICE protest, your BLM protest, Antifa, all that shit. That's your hardcore left. There is a hardcore young right that is Antifa, makes Antifa look like fucking, like a lighter, and they're a fucking bonfire, and you just, it's on the other side of the hill and you don't fucking see it, you know?
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. So it's going to get real wild, real fucking next, I say before 2030, but that's
because the propaganda doesn't work on them, right? You grew up in the propaganda that was quality propaganda. They grew up in the not so good, the obvious propaganda. It's like the Soviets, right? Like,
and they've been online their entire life.
Yeah, they've been online though.
They can research everything.
They've been on Reddit. They've been seeing all these fucking actual intelligent people tear apart, name the conspiracy. You know what I mean? And they see the breakdown of it, and then you know the boomers who grew up with these little soundbite 5-minute interviews on fucking cable news or whatever. Right. That's where they got the information. No, these kids grew up listening to long form podcasts, long form conversations, breakdowns with charts and all this shit, you know? Right. So they're way more informed, whichever way they go.
Right. And it's like anything, like, I mean, we just mentioned the passport earlier in 9/11 that they found from, right. And it's like, okay, your story is obviously not fucking true. Right. Yeah. It's like you're telling me like 2 planes hit 3 towers and it fucking came down and they found a passport, but they couldn't find even DNA on fucking people. And the Pentagon, there's no wreckage. And it's like, there's a hole in your story. Explain your hole. And then they just are like,
you're a conspiracy theorist.
And they just start fucking yelling like anti-Semite or
you're
whatever.
A
terrorist. You want the terrorist to win or this, that, the other thing. And it's,
when you're 50 or over, that works. When you're below that, it doesn't fucking work.
Doesn't fucking work. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, now they're saying, like, if you're saying like, hey, is it a
good
idea?
And the millennials think it too. It's just that some of them have some stuff where they're like, yeah, I don't really want to fucking cause this problem because, you know.
Yeah. Because they got responsibilities. Yeah. It's Gen Z, like we said, they don't have those responsibilities. So when someone lies to them, they're just like, you're fucking lying to me. And when you call them racist, they're like, okay, you know, like whatever the fuck. Okay. I don't care, you know, and that goes for any of them. But, the Epstein thing really fucking, you see the clear divide on the right between the 50 plus and the below 50s. I mean, it's a clear divide. Yep. Like, I mean,
people that you would like, there's a person that pretty much has a shrine to Trump and he's like, I'm this close to taking it all down.
Yeah. Yeah, saying fuck this.
Yeah,
he's just one of them.
Yep,
you know
that close. So you're losing that dude. Never mind, you know, all the independents that you lose. Dude, he loses 5%. The Republican Party loses 5%. They're massacred by the Dems. Just at 5%. If Gen Z doesn't show up, the male Gen Z doesn't show up to go vote for the Republicans in the midterm, or they're destroyed. Yeah, absolutely destroyed. And that's what's going to happen all on the Epstein thing because it's total fucking bullshit.
Well, this is the thing. People will say, why are you saying the Epstein thing is such a big deal? Why is it such a big deal? Like, why is that the thing? Like, oh, he does this one thing wrong. But that one thing is like encapsulates the entire fucking problem.
There's 3 prongs pretty much that I look at for how the NWO, the globalists, the one world order, whatever you want to call it, right? That they're influencing and fucking up the United States and the Western world, right? Sure. And they're using it to generate their one global government. The one is the Federal Reserve, which we hit on with all the inflation and whatnot. Sure. They're taking away your freedom by stealing your money. Okay. Through people are like taxation, but then like the Federal Reserve with the printing of money is the more insidious way that they're doing it. In fact, I would abolish the Fed before I would even touch the IRS, to tell you the God's honest truth.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. They're kind of related, but if I had to go one, it's going to be that. The second prong is the immigration, which we touched on. They're flooding out, destroying the cultures, destroying the society to try to make a new, like, weird global fucking amorphous where every country is the same.
It's a destabilization
technique, right? And the third is the intel organizations. Yeah. CIA, the NSA, the Mossad, MI6, all them, right? Epstein goes and drives a stake dead center right through all that shit.
Yeah, all three.
Right through. You're going to get bare minimum. You're going to fucking hit the NSA, CIA, FBI,
the oligarchs, like rich people, like powerful people.
And Bill then Gates. Off of that, because that's what it's designed. It was a weapon for the intel community to put control and influence and whatnot on, and then let them do the shit with the Fed, the wars, the military industrial complex,
and the culture,
the immigration, the culture, all that. I mean, Colbert just got shit canned. They're talking about shit canning Jimmy Kimmel because they were running at a $40 million a year loss. How are they doing that? USAID, which is the Fed printing money and just giving it to USAID and then having it fucking channeled through
NGOs,
boom, 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 and all tracks back. So Epstein is an absolute fucking howitzer through that. Especially say it was and I think that realistically what you're looking at, and it's similar to 9/11, where it was a foreign operation and then we were the cleanup. That we let this foreign operation happen. So like when you start being like, because Epstein, remember, got arrested, convicted of shit in Florida in the like 2009, was it? He got fucking arrested, right?
No, his first one?
Yeah.
No, his first one in 2006.
Right. Yeah. So he's at early 2000s. Yeah. He's arrested. How is this guy not on the fucking radar?
He was.
Right, for the FBI, the CIA, right? He's our asset. Yeah. So that means that we're letting him do that at the bare minimum. I think it was a foreign, most likely it's everyone's Jewish who's fucking tied to it, was an Israeli op, and we were the cleanup. And also, Prince Charles, MI6 probably had a hand in it as well. So you have all these intel agencies just working together and subverting democracy.
Yeah.
Right.
If that exists.
It doesn't exist. That's why it's my quotation marks on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is why that's such a big deal. And this is why they're willing to go down this Russiagate, because that will still work with the 50+ community.
It's a distraction.
Yeah. But it's not working with the fucking millennials or Gen Z for that, man. Not Gen Z at all.
Yeah. Like, I mean, dude, with the Russiagate thing, you can point to it. They love it because you have bad actors and names.
Sure.
Clapper, Brennan.
Yeah.
Comey.
Oh, these people are evil people.
Barack Obama.
They should go down. It's like they're evil. I heard it explained like it's like an NFL player who cheats on his wife and then she catches him and he buys her a fucking $50,000 necklace. Look, she's
Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Let's go Kobe Bryant with where he banged that chick at that party and then she claimed rape.
She's gonna take that necklace. It's great. Yeah, I deserve this necklace. I love it. It's fantastic.
He bought her a $1 million ring.
Yeah, but I'm also not going to forget about this cheating. You know what I mean? Like that cheating is still the issue, guys. Like, so like if they want to give us Obama and charge him with sedition, whatever,
they can't even though.
Hypothetically, right. I get it.
Trump even came out and said, "Hey, because of the president." He said, "I think direct quote. He should thank me because of the presidential."
Yeah, it was Trump versus United States or whatever. Yeah. That said that he can't be tried for official acts of office.
Yeah.
Which all that Operation Timber Sycamore, those are all official acts. It's treason, like. Definitionally, like arming terrorists, arming enemies of the state, giving aid and comfort to them, literal aid, like weapons, ammunition, training, and comfort to the enemy.
But then the system has it where the entire thing would be to impeach these people or remove them, and then you could charge them. Right? Would be to impeach them, like
if the system worked. Yeah.
Right, but that's where they got the whole entire system gummed up. Yeah. So like, hey, you can't get a judge, and even then, with the judges, you're gonna have like the judge just so to mitigate the Epstein thing, they were like, we're going to unseal the grand jury indictments or for not even God knows if it was going to be redacted, right? But they were going to unseal it. The judge that they brought it for was like, no, we're not unsealing it. And her husband,
is that Rosenbaum?
Yep. Yeah. Her husband was, what the hell did he do? Fuck.
Oh yeah. Just look it up real quick.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there was something significant about her husband.
Her husband is tied into all this shit as well.
Fuck. Why can't I remember it either? But anyway.
Yeah.
That's the justice system, the intelligence community, the executive branch. It's all of them. Like, well, I guess the intelligence community. Well,
they're running it through. They're running. It's the people above that. You don't have a democracy, a representational republic. They're running it through the intel communities, right? Because they're telling them like, oh, you have to do this or this, that, the other thing. What the fuck did that chick's husband do?
Because if this was a left-right issue, the left and the right want the Epstein stuff. So this cannot be a democracy, dude. Like, it just can't. Everybody wants this. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Everybody wants it. But the people in power don't want it. And so the people in power get what they want, which is not the definition of democracy.
Well, it'd be destroying one of the three tridents of their entire way that they're getting what they want. If you go and blow up especially if you blow up that intel thing, because then you're like, okay, FBI, here you go. You had information on this and you did nothing. Why? Okay, you like, this is blatant, obstruction of justice, like
dereliction of duty,
all that shit,
Yeah. So do you think anybody would?
Oh, okay. Robin Rosenberg is married to Michael McAuliffe. Who is he? The former Florida state attorney for Palm Beach in 2008.
That's where he was arrested.
Same time and place. Yeah. Epstein got a sweetheart deal.
Yeah, that's where he was arrested. And they gave him when he's talking about a sweetheart deal, they gave him a year. And this is soliciting prostitution of a minor. What do you call it? Sexual acts with a minor.
And it's the same thing they did with the Diddy trial, where they only hit him with like they only used like 10% of the evidence.
Yeah.
Right. Because they didn't want, we don't want to charge, we don't want to bring all this shit in the court, because then.
Yeah. Everyone's like, well, maybe he rolled on someone. Who did he roll on? That was fucking 2006. Who else went down?
Yeah.
No one. So why did they give that to him? But yeah, he did a year, like he got sentenced to a year of jail time, but the jail time.
Was it really jail time?
It wasn't really jail time because he only had to report to the jail on weekends. So the week he could go, he paid for his own private security that would just walk him around, and he had to be whatever, like
he had work release.
He had essentially work release during the week. Like no one gets that, and then he got 3 years probation on top of that, which, according to news reports, like he was traveling to Paris. He was going outside the country, which you're not supposed to do.
Just had to call his probation officer.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey, sure. I got to go out of country for work.
Yeah.
I got to go out of country.
That's a no-go if you know anything about probation. Yeah. You cannot leave. He did though. Yeah. You should watch a documentary. I sent it to you and Aaron called Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. It's fucking, the best part about it is the actual deposition tapes where they're questioning him. They're like, did you have a social relationship with Donald Trump?
He's like, yeah, I got to take the Fifth Amendment.
He's like, yeah, I plead the Fifth Amendment. He's like, were you ever in the presence with women or females under the age of 18 with Donald Trump? And he's like, same answer. Fifth Amendment.
Fifth Amendment.
What the fuck? So,
well, I think Trump had he had like Miss Teen Universe or some shit, and he's judging it, and there's like Epstein sitting there at Miss Teen Universe with Trump.
All these fucking people, they can't say they didn't know this shit because like there's so much video evidence, picture evidence of like the people in the rooms with these people, and not just like one time, but like multiple times. At like Trump was at Epstein's birthday parties. Like they fucking knew each other. Like they knew each other. And this is like that relationship continued after he was arrested for soliciting prostitution of a minor. Like they all knew. Everyone knew.
Dude, release the files. Release the files. And Russiagate is just a blatant distraction from all
it is.
Hey, okay, sweet. You have them all on this documented Russia. Okay, then they should all be in handcuffs tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we should be moving on to the next.
You got the DNI. The DNI fucking Tulsi Gabbard saying that she straight up referred it to the DOJ and going publicly on TV saying the evidence points to him being guilty of treason.
No.
If they thought you, Dan, were guilty of treason and they said it on TV,
I'd be in jail.
As they said that, someone would be kicking your fucking door and shooting Morty and then grabbing you. You know what I mean? That's what would be happening. Instead, like
it's the start of John Wick.
And everyone, even Obama, which is the boomers' grand prize. Oh, that's who we need to get was Barack Hussein Obama. He's the one who destroyed the country. No, he didn't.
No. He's related to George Bush.
Yeah.
George Bush. Stanley Durham was his grandfather.
Yeah.
Who he lived with.
Weird.
Yeah.
They're all
CIA.
Related. Yeah. So like
the trident, the 3 points of the trident.
But even if Obama has that immunity that Trump was awarded by the Supreme Court, official acts and all that, fucking Clapper doesn't. Comey doesn't. I would just fucking sack those dudes up right now.
Yep.
Right now. You know what? On top of that, if you really wanted to take these guys down, I've said this fucking before. We brought it up earlier. Operation Timber Sycamore. For anyone who doesn't know, 2011, Barack Obama gave the green light, like signed a fucking document allowing the CIA to take the weapons from Gaddafi and take them to Syria to fund the Syrian rebel army at the time, which became ISIS, but at the time was Al-Qaeda and was referred to as Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, which is the sect of Al-Qaeda in Syria, headed by a guy named Jalani.
Oh, and that big strong guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Trump said he was a great guy, but that was the emir of Al-Qaeda in Syria, Jalani, the guy. Yep. So Barack Obama literally funded, trained, gave this guy weapons to overthrow Bashar al-Assad in 2011. So, okay, maybe Barack Obama can't go down for that. That's literal treason. Everyone else that's below him.
Yeah, it was designated as a terrorist organization.
Yeah, the generals, the CIA officer, the FBI, anyone who knew and didn't do anything about it, they don't have fucking immunity. Grab those fucking people if you were serious, and that's treason. So
I know. And then now, like the Druzy, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, are getting.
I think so.
Right, are getting massacred, and it's like, hey, just go back to our podcast in December where we called this all out when they were fucking getting rid of Assad. We're like, yeah, there's going to be massacres in Syria. We were arguing since pretty much the start of this podcast to knock the shit off with Syria because it was going to be Libya, Iraq, all over again. It's just we overthrew them with a terrorist organization and our money and training. There you go.
Just like Libya and Iraq. Actually. Just
like Libya and Iraq, all over again. It's literally seen this movie, and that goes back to the Gen Z. They grew up in this entire thing. Like, seen this movie. Yeah. This is like, you guys are doing the same shit over and over and over again. We don't believe anything you say. You're fucking liars.
But that's how they're going to sell it to the boomers. They're going to say, what about the Druzy? This is the what about the Kurds, if you guys remember.
Yep.
What about the Kurds? Nobody talks about the Kurds. Nobody gives a shit because it was just a tool they used to get you to care.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's to justify Israel going into Syria and taking more fucking land.
Which is what's already happening. Yeah. Like the greater Israel, there's units in the IDF that have the greater Israel patch on their uniform. Like it's the greater Israel plan is their stated goal. Like they're going to take part of Egypt, Gaza and the West Bank, obviously, you know, which that's what this is all about. It's not about
all the way into like Iraq, dude. Iraq, part of Turkey,
Saudi,
Syria,
the northern part of Saudi. I don't know how they're going to pull that one off, but they'll do it. They'll get it. And then, southern Syria and Lebanon. It's already happening.
And then everyone's like, why are they fucking with why are they fucking with Iran? Because they don't want a powerful neighbor that they got to worry about. So it's the same concept as the Russian thing. It's like, we want to destroy Russia and break it up into smaller countries that just listen to us.
Yeah. Go read the Clean Break memo from Richard Pearl, David Wormser. These are neocons that wrote a memo in the mid-90s to Netanyahu telling him to break away. It's called the Clean Break for a reason. Break away from the Yitzhak Rabin strategy of negotiating a two-state solution to the Palestinian problem. And fuck that. The U.S. is going to help you fuck up everyone in the region, and you will just take what you want. You know, you'll just you'll have the seventh carrier group at your back. Yep. You know, you can do it because Israel can't do this shit without us.
No,
I mean, that's obvious.
That's why they're able to do it. Is why like the fucking people there hate us is because like the only reason that this shit is going on is because we're dropping billions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know,
$4 billion a year of your tax money plus weapons and training. And
like they got free healthcare or not free, government funded healthcare and government funded.
Just turns out that government is ours.
It's ours. It's like us again. Once again, fucking your tax money and the value of your dollar being robbed, sent over to the Middle East to destabilize fucking people that you have no fucking problem with.
Yeah.
In order to do it.
And Israel treats us like the fucking fat welfare mom that they are because they take this money from us and then they fucking talk all this shit to our face. You know, like Trump is saying, hey, you two, knock it off. You know what the fuck you're doing. Remember that? There's a ceasefire.
They don't know what that was one of his best fucking.
It was. And then Israel says, oh yeah, we agree to the ceasefire. And then they launch immediately that next morning a bunch of fucking missiles into Iran. Yeah. And then Trump's like, what the fuck are you doing? Because they're a welfare mom. They'll take your money, but they don't fucking respect you. They don't care who you are.
Yeah, they're not listening to you whatsoever.
They don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. And that's what makes me think this Epstein thing, whatever they got on Trump, it's significant.
I always, until I see something definitive on Trump, I maintain that it's the people backing him, and that he will, and the whole entire apparatus, and that he's just part of that apparatus and was sold to us as a showman. You know, I'm not going to sit here and argue that there is an incriminating shit on him. I think it's more that he's, you know, they got him financially some way.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my entire thing. It's like, it's a financial fucking thing, and you're going to do this. And I mean, Susie Wiles, we were just talking about
let's
her.
talk about Susie.
Susie, good old Susie Wiles, chief of staff for Donald Trump. You know what she was doing before in 2020?
Something to do with what's the guy's name? Milikowski.
Better known as
Benjamin Netanyahu. That's right.
Benjamin She was running his campaign for him for re-election in Israel. So Trump's chief of staff.
Yeah, 2020. She got him elected.
And then he's got that fucking handler that's fucking following him around. Linsky. He's got like his older dude, shaved head, fat.
Yeah, he's always in the background.
White, yeah, that guy right there. That was Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor.
Yeah. It all ties. I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah. But I'm sure he has no idea who Jeffrey Epstein is. None. Yeah. Had nothing to do with any of that. He just was his neighbor, man. What are you going to do?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why that Epstein thing is a big fucking deal. It's a big club. Remember that big club Carlin was talking about? This is what we're talking about. This is the club. It's these people, all these unelected bureaucrats, these career, deep state actors, whatever you want to call them. This is who runs the government. It's not presidents. It's not Trump.
And look at this, like the FBI and like Aaron, right? Like you have these whistleblowers from the Biden era that all blew whistleblowers, like blew whistles on big shit. Like, oh, they're spying on fucking churches.
Smuggling kids.
They're smuggling kids. Yeah, they're smuggling hundreds of thousands of kids and giving them to fucking sponsors with cartel ties. That's Aaron. Oh, they're Kyle Seraphin, they're targeting school boards. If you go to a school board and complain because you're fucking with the whole entire, indoctrination center.
They're domestic terrorists.
Right. They're domestic terrorists. Like these guys, Kyle Seraphin, Garrett O'Boyle, Steve Friend, Aaron, I'm missing a bunch of other.
You can go
Tara Rhodes, all of them, back, right? Yeah. None of them are getting their job back. No. Zero. And they went and fucking drove, did all this fucking work for this administration. So Trump isn't helping them out. The apparatus above him is being like, yeah, absolutely, you will not bring these guys back because we can't have a fucking example set where like, oh, people inside our machine, we can't have them fucking jumping out.
Think about the contribution of whistleblowers, man. I mean, this is the only reason we know most of the shit we know. I mean, Snowden.
WikiLeaks.
Yeah, dude.
Panama Papers.
The Panama Papers. This is all whistleblowers. You know what I mean? And they destroyed
the Afghan papers where they were like, this is, we're absolutely just, there's no way to win this. And we're just,
yeah. We have no exit strategy. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, guys. Yeah. It's, all that, anyone who tries
even more than that. The Afghan papers, I get brushed over, but they interviewed like everyone from like down to a private to a general, and everyone was like, "Yeah, it's completely fucked up. This is bullshit."
Yeah, this army will break and run the first time they get engaged, and they did. Yeah, and then they were being sold to us as like, "Oh, they're going to be able to stand their own government up and shit." And then all those videos came out of them doing jumping jacks and shit all off.
And meanwhile, the guys that we were like training and equipping, like the anti-Taliban dudes, were like letting like fucking like. They were raping boys,
Bachabazi boys
and shit like that. Like people like there's how many military vets.
There's a captain, I forget his name. He tuned up one of these Iraqi police officers that were in their little encampment because so that's like it's their fucking culture, guys. I said it before. They're not like us. It's hard to picture, but like people are not interchangeable. So like part of their like.
They're not just different colored Legos of the same shape.
No, in Afghanistan, like these police, they would have checkpoints with police, right? And it's hard, you can imagine, to recruit someone from the fucking backwoods country of Afghanistan to come be a police officer with the Taliban, what the U.S. has done, the wars that were being fought. So what they would do is they would just bring these little boys in, and like every police officer, there's like a stable of fucking little boys that they would rape. That's not fucking, everyone in the military knows this. Bachabazi, that's what it's called. They have a name for it. And our U.S. soldiers tried to intervene. And one guy, that's captain I'm talking about, I forget his name, but you could easily Google it. He they kicked him out over it because he fucking beat the shit out of somebody over it, because
inferior cultures need to be destroyed, dude.
Well, at least not funded,
not funded. Yeah.
Not funded.
Step one, not funded.
Step one, let's not fund them and not bring them into your country. How about that?
Yep.
But that makes you racist. And like Gen Z, okay.
Don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Dude, well, you can look at I saw rape stats out of like England and France, and like England in 2024 had 70 something thousand rapes. And then in 2000, it was 7,000. So you had a
what happened?
1,000% increase.
Yeah. It's directly correlated to the amount of the increase of people they brought in from a certain region of the world.
Right.
Yeah. And all that's by design too, guys.
And that, yeah. And then they can feed it off with their propaganda to the feminists, like men are rapists. It's like, yes, you're bringing in these cultures that rape is per their religion or per their fucking, like the Druzy. I don't even know anything really about them, but they're not Muslim. They're like this one, they just believe in one God. Don't know anything outside of it, but it's a religion that I know nothing the fuck about. Right. And you're just going to drop, we're just going to like, we got to save them now. And we're going to drop 100,000 of them. There's 1 million of them. Like, how many of these people we take? What do they think? What do they do?
Yeah,
like,
coming to a neighborhood near you.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll be just like you.
Is like, dogs are the fucking devil, and like they're just gonna fucking snipe fucking Trog and fucking Morty because like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, great, sweet, and you're getting like all these people from all over the place. And like, I was telling someone the story the other day. We had some like foreigners in my hometown. Like one guy was from Kenya. There was a few guys that were like, one guy was Eastern Bloc. And like we would hang out with them and they would like fucking chill with us and we'd fucking, fucking make jokes and they would be but we'd take them fucking everywhere. And like there's no, like there wasn't a community of like Kenyans where like they would just go into like little Kenya and disappear. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like they had to come out and like fucking like deal with us and be in society. Of
At
like,
least speak English.
Like this is they barely spoke English, like barely, like fucking like we like the Russian dude. What the fuck was his name? Like I had him in science class. I can't remember, but he spoke no fucking English, bro. But like with over the course of the year, he had picked up some words and we would talk with him, and like we used to fucking like throw shit at each other, like just randomly. Like he was cool, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking like he had to be and like hang out with us. He couldn't go back into his like little mini fucking enclave that we've like dropped in the middle of Ohio. And it's like, oh yeah, over there, like you can't, if you're a female, you can't walk without a male fucking escort. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus.
That shit didn't exist.
Yeah, well, it exists now. Go to Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah, everyone, Minneapolis, Maine, dude. Maine has Somalis out the ass. Like,
I mean, they're just not like us. Look, hey, I like their culture. They can have their culture, but they can't have their culture in my culture. They can't. There's a place for Somalians. It's called Somalia.
Yeah, you want to do your shit that you were doing here? The U.S. used to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna bring all your fucking good shit from your fucking area, like tacos. Everyone wants to point to tacos with Mexicans. Like, you're gonna come over here. We're gonna have fucking quinceañeras. We're gonna have big booty Latinas. We're gonna take your fucking tacos. You're gonna do all that shit.
Give me a cerveza. I'll give you a whiskey.
Yeah. Your fucking weird shit that you had with your fucking Santa Muerte. Your fucking like 14-year-olds are fucking good to be like married and fuck. Like that's out the window, buddy. Like this is the U.S. But now we've thrown all these people in and they have like these enclaves. Yeah. I mean, LA like is looking like fucking little Mexico for crying out loud. And like, it's like, no, you got to assimilate. And that's even Mexican, which we have like a shared history with them.
Christian.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Like there's like a shared history with them. So it's easier to like assimilate them because you have some shared points. When you take some of these fucking places that are God knows fucking where and try and then drop 100,000 of them all together, it just overloads. It now becomes a culture clash. It doesn't become a melding. It becomes a culture clash.
It's an invasion because they're not carrying AK-47s and screaming and shit. Everyone doesn't see it as an invasion, but it's a straight up invasion. Like, and that's what we did a whole episode, me and Aaron did, called Legal Immigration. And that's just as much of a problem, guys, because of what we're talking about. The things that we're not supposed to care about, antithetical cultures. Like, you can't talk about that because it's racist. America's a melting pot. Well, they'll just tell you it's a melting pot when they just invade you. Oh, well, you can't resist this invasion. That's racist. It's like, the fuck I can't, I mean, it's getting to a point, guys, where these communities are inside our communities and the second they do some shit, I'll tell you right now, if there's a rape gang that
that shit ain't flying. How they did it in
England. Anyone in my family gets wrapped up in that, like gets victimized or something, I'm not even going to ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know.
Take of that what you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking, it's nuts, dude. It's absolutely nuts. And it's like, there is no valid like benefit to it. Right. Especially with what do we need?
Diversity is our greatest strength.
Like,
Dan.
what do we need? Like 200,000 people not from here to be dropped off in the middle of fucking Maine or Ohio. And then we're giving them benefits. For what? What do we like? Why? There's no economic incentive. There's no incentive to it. It's just you obviously have a different fucking agenda, and then you just want to scream racist every time I fucking say it.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and I did the last episode I did was called On the Left. It's suicidal empathy because they want to help these people. They feel bad for the Somalians because Somalia's fucked up. So we got to come here and take our resources, do all this shit. Yeah, you don't have to assimilate, do all that. They want to be welcoming and empathetic to these people. And then on the right, it's just this, well, yeah, but I mean, like, what am I going to do about it? Suicidal apathy. Like, whoa, I'm just one guy. Like,
dude, you know what's coming up to, and they're trying to fucking they're playing the game with the deportation and the illegals, and at the same time they're doing H-1B Indians to the fucking max.
Oh yeah,
like
that's what Vivek is gone now because of that.
Microsoft just got caught. And they've got record corporate profits, record market cap. In their stock.
They just laid off 30,000 of their employees.
9,000 in one specific spot. Okay. 9,000, right? And then immediately applied for 3,000 H-1B fucking Indians, right? So you're telling me, we have to cut fucking staff. We're going to cut 9,000 and then we're going to import 3,000 new employees that were American jobs and fuck you guys.
Which destroys the narrative of, they're working jobs Americans weren't willing to do. Then why did you have to axe Americans to give them those jobs? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and how long are you going to put up with that? How long are you just going to accept that
that's what Gen Z is like,
and
fuck you.
They're not accepting it. Yep. Yeah. And yes, the boomers are running the show right now, but they're weak, they're feeble, and they're on their way out. So if all these disillusioned young men that no longer feel like they have a stake in the system, they have no wife, they have no children, they have no responsibilities, and then now you're telling them, hey, we're going to take half your shit and give it to these people because whatever. Okay, good luck with that because we still have a Second Amendment. So,
no. And dude, the military, like I was doing something the other day, and there was a branch of the military that was doing a PT test, and I was like, I hit one of the guys, I was like, bro, look at this shit. And like, dude, the sergeant there is like yelling at the branch, the guys that are running. And he's like, hey, you at least got to move faster than a walk. Okay. Like he's trying to be like, hey, you need to be, but like, not like what you would think in a military movie, like, get your ass moving, like being like, it needs to be faster than a walk. Okay. And I'm like, dude, look at these people. And I'm like, look how fucking fat they are, dude. And he's like, well, they're not and I'm like, bro, this like, if like you're not fighting a straight up military fucking battle with technology, these people are fucked.
They're all going to die.
Fat, bro. So fat, dude. I was like, what is the PT test for these people?
What they need bodies, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's just, and that's all it is. It's on numbers on a stat sheet. Like Hegseth was like, we've reached our military recruiting goals. And I'm like,
I would like to see the video of that basic.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people are not interchangeable. Like just because you have on paper, you filled that slot. Did you fill the slot? Like, is it someone who should be there? Yeah. Like,
he's like, I thought we were fat. I was like, bro, we're not fat. I was like, this is fucking, this is like, look at what your eyes don't lie, buddy.
Yeah, this is a liability fat. Yeah. I mean, one way out, dude, shit is going one way. I mean, the white pill, if there was a white pill, the only white pill I can see trajectory wise is that people are fucking waking up. I mean, that's it. That's the only good thing to all this is the propaganda.
Dude, I don't even waste my time on like lefties, hardcore lefties, or boomers. Don't even waste my time.
Yeah.
Like I just literally, I sit there and like mock them, fucking make fun of them. Like, you know, JJ gets all pissed at me all the time because I'm fucking like, yeah, dude, it's not, you engage way more where you're like, and Aaron is on a whole nother fucking level of engagement.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I'm like,
I don't engage because they're engaging. They can, I think it's a waste of time, but they can do it because I'm at the point now where like the arguments have been made. The evidence is out there.
Yep.
If we don't agree, okay, well, conversation's over now. So we don't agree.
Nope.
So there's only one thing left. What are you going to do about it? You know, if you're a left-wing dude and you want to fucking institute communism, well,
don't mess with the Zohan.
Yeah, don't mess with mom, daddy.
Don't mess with mom.
Daddy. Then when that comes to me,
that could be actually a good fucking campaign slogan for him. He should fucking steal that from us.
He should. Yeah.
I want him to win.
He's got good hair.
I want him to win. Well, I'm straight up. Yeah.
He's going to win. Yeah, so we're at the impasse now.
And not for the reasons you all think, but
no, Dan's going to vote for AOC.
Yeah. I'm voting for 400 AOCs.
Yeah, as many as you can.
Yep.
They didn't fix the election, so you can just vote everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm voting for the Dems, so I won't get fucking charged.
No one's going to ask any questions.
Any questions? Yeah.
And if they do, just come out as trans. Yeah. It'll be fine.
Just do whatever you want. I'm trans.
Yeah, just do whatever you want at all times. Yeah, I mean,
I had a they themmer the other day.
Really?
And they're like, I use pronouns they them, and I'm trying to explain something very complicated to them.
Oh, yeah,
right. And I'm like, I'm not.
No,
I can't do that. I can't do this in my brain and that at the same time. It's not happening. I'm gonna fuck this up. Like, not happening.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't entertain it at all. It's just not healthy. It's not healthy for you. For me, it's not healthy for me to like participate in a delusion. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, even if I want to respect you, it would be disrespecting myself to like, you're crazy. And now I'm like it's a schizophrenic telling me, hey, this voice is telling me to fucking light the house on fire. Dude, you should do it.
In jiu-jitsu, we have a transgender who was born a man and identifies as female. And like, you see it you like does a plausible job of trying to look female. You know what I'm saying?
Passes.
Yeah. Like from a distance, but as soon as you get up close, you would realize. But, and the thing is too, is like, she goes in like, when she competes, goes in the men's division. Doesn't play any of that game. Never once said like, you know, I've fucking accidentally, never once has corrected me when I fucking dropped a he on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, never once. Right. And then like, you get a they themmer. And the person's like, I'm they them, and I'm like, dude, that's not even picking one of two. You know what I'm saying? Like
all of them,
like all of them. Like I can't do like that. And even if like you were a dude and you were like saying I'm a girl, like guess what? Like when fucking sure, maybe like because I've hung around you a whole bunch and like you've been cool. Yeah, I'll hit you with hit you up with it. But like when it comes down to like actual any sort of anything. Yeah. Like decision making, the brain is, dude, you're a dude.
How far is that? Are you going to push that? Because she's like, this trans person is like, yeah, I'm trying to get pregnant. Are you going to participate in that delusion?
Would never do that. This person is
I know they wouldn't do it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's levels where you're like, okay, to be respectful, you're a dude that's presenting as a female. Right. To have what do you call it? A civil conversation. I might. Be like,
I would be like, yo, we got to go lift this heavy shit to this person. Right? And then the chick that's like, I'd be like, yeah, we got this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an example of like me being like, you want to identify as female, but I have to get this done. Yeah. You're a dude. So we're doing dude shit right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Reality is going to trump delusion at some point.
Yeah. But that person doesn't try to like, really play into that delusion. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That very cool person. Like as far as that concerned, I generally like, you know, I'm like, oh shit. But like that, you know, I give everyone a fucking smack. This other person that hit me up with the they, them, I was immediately like, yeah, no, absolutely not.
I mean, it's all context based. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if someone comes into my office and they're like, hi, I'm Shelly, they, them, I'm just like, all right, what's up, dude? You know, like, but you know, if I'm in fucking Bangkok and the ladyboy comes up to me, I'm like, what's up, girl? You know? It's all context based, but yeah.
And you put in effort, so I'm gonna try to, you know, accommodate you as long as it doesn't at all affect me whatsoever.
Yeah,
you know
I don't have to participate in like some
when I'm paying for you to fucking try to get pregnant and you're a dude, guess what? Now you're out. That's out the fucking window.
Not happening. Yeah,
because it's now affected me.
Yeah. But that's just even what we're talking about, dude. That's the way that's a black pill because that's the trajectory of the culture going that direction. I would not say is good. It's not good. You know, mass delusion is not good.
Dude, that's why I want the 400 AOCs, dude. That'll expose the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's Gen Z. They don't have to acknowledge that the Federal Reserve's bad. They can just live it. Yep. They're just living it. They can't not acknowledge it. You know, reality is the rocks in the water. You're in a boat. They're hitting the rocks. You know, like, and so when someone tells them, "Oh, it's just because you're irresponsible," you're like, "A fucking medium pizza is $20. What the fuck are you talking about?" Like I don't know. Yeah. So I love reality. I'm a truth seeker. You know how I'm a philosophical guy. Yeah. And I think we're at the point now where it doesn't matter what you believe. You're going to get hit in the face with it. You know? Yeah. So let's, we could wrap it up with, oh God, the dogs. There's so much shit we didn't get to. Ghislaine, meeting with DOJ, who knows what's going to come of that? Probably nothing.
Nothing.
The T app, if you want to talk about that.
What are we talking about?
The T app for the
Oh, that was just amusing, dude. Fucking. So anyone.
Let's end it on something light.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Take you away from the
doom and gloom.
The reality. Doom and gloom.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, there's a lot of Facebook groups. It's like, are we dating the same man?
Yeah.
Right. Are we dating the same man, Phoenix, or, you know, fucking
I've seen the local
Buckeye,
ones.
Yeah, local ones. Right. So someone made a app called T where women could go put their driver's license in and they would be verified. And then they could drop like, are we dating the same dude? Or like just basically, you know, shit talking dudes that they've, and this is why like Tinder or Bumble or whatnot, one of the many reasons, but like all this shit is gone. Like, guys and girls, like Gen Z is not having any sex. They're not partying. So they make this app to basically just shit talk people that you've had a previous relationship with, dudes. And some guy it started coming out like all the conservatives, like, we're going to make a app called Coffee, which would work for guys because like you could tell like a guy like, yeah, that bitch is crazy. Yeah. Right. And you'd be like, yeah, but she's hot.
Yeah. How hot is she?
How hot is she? Right. And then they do the math and then it isn't until later. So even then you could like drop and be like, this chick was nuts in a coffee app. Wouldn't work the same way as the T app. Well, someone hacked the T app, got all of the driver's license, the PII from the T app, and then made a searchable map with all the women on the fucking
personal identifiable information.
Yeah, dude, of it. So now you can go and search online for the T app map and see all the fucking women that are sitting there doing, you know, the bullshit that women do, and fucking check it out, dude.
All this shit it seems like that's unrelated to everything, but it's not, dude. That's all just part of the fucking the decadent fall of the empire, the dynamics between men and women. Like, just it's all fucking related, dude. It's all manufactured too. This is feminism. This is DEI. This is pink jobs, or what do you call it?
I had a pink collar jobs.
Pink collar jobs.
Yeah. I had a buddy that I tried hooking up with another guy. He had a family friend, attractive chick, right? So I'm like, and she was looking for a dude. I was like, oh, yo, I know this dude, blah, blah, blah. Like, here you go. Like, give her a number, like, blah, set him up. And I texted him and she sent a pic. I was like, yeah, this is what she's like. Oh yeah, I'm interested. And she went and hit him up on one of these, are we dating the same people? Like, right. And like,
just light up.
Dude, you had 17 comments and I was like, my boy.
Yeah, that just shows you, because that actually just shows you how high value of a dude that is.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's hard for a dude to play a lot of chicks. I mean, the guys who do that get a bad rap, but it's actually very difficult. It's easy for a girl to sleep with multiple dudes. You literally she could just walk outside, open her legs, and it's done. But a dude has to like be fit, have money, be charismatic. Like, you know, all this shit has to go into it. You know,
the Myron Games runs that down. Like, all the shit
you can break it down. The red pill stuff. Yeah, I mean,
but chicks will disqualify dudes over like one thing, whereas dudes will like,
oh yeah,
like be like, it's not that bad. Like, right? Like one thing. Oh, he's only makes $70,000 a year, disqualified. Like you see it all the time on these red pill podcasts, like the whatever podcast with Gorlock, right? Where, where chicks will go on like TikTok and be like, I want a guy that's
6 foot, 6 figures.
Yeah. And you run the like math on it, and it's
triple six, not a coincidence.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, that's less than 1% of the entire world population. So you're looking for like, yeah, and it's all of them. It's like the mouthy fours are even like being like, I'm a 10. Yeah, I deserve a 10.
It's because they all are 10s. They call each other 10s. Everyone's beautiful. You can't fat shame anymore. Like all this, it led to these people, and now they're not going for the guys that are in their league because they've been lied to and propagandized. Now they're going for these guys, and these guys just sleep with them, and now they end up on that website where they're all banging this one dude.
It used to be like girls would take like a dude that was like 2 points better than them. Like, 4 would take a 6. You know what I'm saying?
Not anymore.
She's
like shooting for that 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. 4 is looking, I will not settle for anything less than.
And because girls are generally incapable of looking at things from other perspectives. They're very just narcissistic in general, by biologically, not their fault. That they assume that, well, if this guy sleeps with me, then this must mean that I'm worthy of that guy. But that's not how guys think. Right. No, they have keepers, sleepers, and sweepers. You have keepers, the ones that you will marry, wifey. That's very minimal, small number of people. You have sleepers. That pool is very, very large. Like girls that you will sleep with if they give you an opportunity. And then there's the sweepers. That's like the 4s and belows that like, I don't even know if I would sleep with you. Maybe I'll sleep with you, but I ain't telling anybody about it. And that's how guys break it down. But girls can't. They just can't grasp it. They can't understand it. But we can break down all the.
That guy Homath on X.
Oh, he's the best. Yeah, he's
phenomenal
the best
with his little fucking charts and all.
Because it doesn't matter what you think. That's the reality.
If he made a coffee table book with all his fucking,
he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. You can buy it on his. I know his Instagram link has it.
Really?
So, yeah, he made a whole binder with all the charts.
Oh my God. Is it like bound like actually in a book?
Yeah, it's a binder. Yeah.
Like a binder or a book?
I
want something classy for the coffee.
No, it's not. It's not classy, but okay. I mean, I would support it because I already know all that information.
I know, me too. But it's just, I was saying this shit back in fucking like 2000, like.
And you're a misogynist.
And people were like, oh, he's out of fucking control. And I was like, no, bro. I was like, dude, it's life experience where I'm like, where you had a chick and then the next day it's like.
Yeah, but so you don't now you don't have to learn it that way. That's like the best way to learn it. That's probably how he learned it. But once you learn it, now he's giving it in charts for Neanderthals like us to understand, like that you can I can give a guy who's like, oh, this girl, that stripper, I just really like her. I'm like, let me give you this. You can look at it.
Sir, go read this right.
Yeah, where are you at on this chart? Okay, where's she at in the chart? You see the problem here? Yeah. Anyway, all right, so let's end it with fucking. Before we do that, you're not getting the Epstein files. Russiagate's a fucking distraction. Keep your eye on the prize. Those 3 prongs that Dan broke down: the intelligence community, the economic side, and the immigration. The immigration. You keep your fucking eyes on that.
That's what matters. And you can fucking. I guarantee you, if you go and spew some other bullshit at me, it all ties back to one of those.
Yeah, always
three prongs,
and usually only 1 or 2 steps removed. Yeah. It's a real good psyop if it's like 3 or 4 steps removed, but it all leads back to them.
Yep.
Yeah. So fucking PT. Stop eating cookies, work out. Like if you're a dude and you want to bang chicks, you gotta fucking be in shape. You have to. That's like the number one thing you can control, and then obviously make money and, read books, better yourself.
Dude, I just saw a video of some guy arguing with his girlfriend. She's like, you're a millionaire and you're acting like you're poor. He's like, I just built a meme portfolio.
So, I saw that.
Solana is going to moon to 250. When it does, I will buy you your
He's all, I'm short on fiat right now.
Dude, and she's like, I'm not getting my bag. Like, it was
dude. That's all they could see.
Dude, dude, it was fucking hilarious. And she was hot. And it was like, dude,
yeah. What does Myron say? If a girl wants to be on a boat, she just has to be hot. If a guy wants to be on a boat with a hot girl, he's got to buy the fucking boat. Yeah, it's a different game.
Fucking dude. Did you ever see the dude that he's 6'5", like big, like he's a big dude, and he's got him and his boys have now started. He's a millionaire, multimillionaire. And him and his boys will sit around and drink beers together, and they put up on the fucking TV screen, they put up their fucking Bumble or Hinge or whatever, and they throw it up there. And he's like, Ashley, blah, 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 ghosted,
So I saw that he had socks with sandals on. Though. That's where you're fucking up, bud.
But like he's just hanging out with his boys, right? Like he's 6'5", fucking multimillionaire. Yeah. He's like, and the guy's like, do you know what the percent to close on Hinges? 0.2%.
That's for the top tier dudes.
He's like, I'm 6'5" and a millionaire. He's like, I'm getting ghosted. What am I doing with my time?
Yeah, because the 4 and the 5s on there, the girl side, they're cleaning up, but they think it's the same thing for all of us. It's not. It's not. Yeah, the effort that a guy has to put in is so much higher. A girl has to put in a lot of effort to get the relationship, but to just hook up, that shit is like fucking bottled water. It's everywhere. You know,
it's fucking funny, dude. At least it's making some comical content.
It is great. Yeah, it's great. And I love seeing the younger generations getting hip to that. That's probably why they're not fucking having as much sex, because they all know what it is, guys. Yeah. It's a fucking trap. It's all a trap. Yep. It's still your duty to get married and have kids and do, well, I don't know about getting married, but you should have kids. Marriage is for children. But the hookup culture, it's just all part of the fucking fall, the decline, I think.
Oh yeah, dude, 100%. Yeah. I mean, it was a great time where it was great, but nowadays, it's
this is society ending. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Well, episode 53, dude. Fucking, that's it.
One way out.
You did it.